Hey guys, welcome back to more Minecraft conservation. I know, I feel like we've been playing a lot of this lately, but it's been a lot of fun. We're making a lot of progress. But today we're going to be taking a break from the progress towards the Ender Dragon. I mean, we're still making progress in the series, for what I want to, anyways, not important. Today we're going to be talking about a little creature, a little marsupial, actually. But first, in order to do that, I'm going to need some sweet berries. I want to get a cage just in case we need it. We probably will. And so I said a little marsupial, and that narrows it down. And if you don't know what a marsupial is, it's oh, and I have my handy dandy notebook over here. I don't know why I'm keeping that what it is a secret, but apparently I am, and probably will for the next few seconds. The marsupial, so they marsupials basically they're the kangaroos, right? They have the pouches which are called a marsupium, and then the babies are born sort of like prematurely, and then they develop further into the pouch. That's what a marsupial is. And there's also other differences like reproductive organ type differences, but I don't think you guys want to hear about forked penises. So, anyways, yeah. So I guess might as well get into it. We will be talking about the Pateridae family. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And where we're going is to a birch forest. So I did some scouting beforehand, and there's a birch forest over here. And so I think the closest village is this one, which I looked up previously. I think is Merkzer? Merkrazer, maybe? Is this where I wanted to be? It is! Look at that! Wow! Oh, why is it changing colors? Um, sure? Is there still a birch forest over here? I didn't realize things like that could change. But okay. Oh, hey, look at that. There's a little dude. A waystone. But because yeah, see that's hmm. This is concerning. Isn't this where we tame the wolves? Is what I thought. Hmm. Hmm. Anyways, if you know what the family Patoridae is, it is the I oop, bears don't want to get too close. It was the flying possum family. And so we're going to be talking about sugar gliders. Yes, sugar gliders. And there are many types of gliders, but we're specifically talking about sugar gliders, so they're famously known as pets, but we will be talking about them in a different sense. Okay, seems like everything is loaded back in properly, I think. There was another birch forest that was on our map that we had discovered when we were traveling to, what was it, the underwater cave biome area that was actually very far away and we didn't realize? I believe so. Anywho, I think it's fine though. Yeah, it's fine. Maybe. Perhaps not. No, it's still birch forest. Okay. Oh, is it reloading because of the seasons? So was it? Oh, that might be what it is. Okay, it's like updating like the colors. So yes, so these sugar gliders only spawn in the birch forest, and I remember seeing one. Because I'm pretty sure this is where we came out to get our wolves. There's a seagull, which is awesome. Okay, keep an eye out for a flying little fluffy creature. Wah. Hmm. I almost jumped off thinking I had an elytra. That is a chunky bee. Oh, it's gone now. I almost jumped off thinking I had an elytra for some reason. I definitely don't. I definitely do not have an elytra. I do have, yeah, okay. I keep forgetting. Oh, what was that? What was that? What is that? I don't know what that is. And now it's raining, which is not great for us. Oh, it's just a raccoon. Okay. Unfortunately, I already have a raccoon. His name is Rigby. He steals from the villagers. It's great. Hmm. Well, in the meantime, while we look, last time after the episode, I went ahead and I did some more trading with villagers. And so I now have a villager, I think with Unbreaking 1. Oh, giant rabbits. Wonderful. Um, and those guys, they chicken. Yes, they chicken. They chicken. Yes. And that villager has Unbreaking 1, and originally I had gotten Unbreaking 3, but it was for like almost a stack of emeralds, and I was like, that's not worth it. Oh, there, we found it. We found one. And so then I got Unbreaking 1. Oh, there's two of them. Should we get two? I don't think I can take two home. I just want one. And I actually want these for a very specific purpose that I'll get into. Hi. Oh my god, you're freaking adorable. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, are you on my head now? Uh, um, wait. Go on my head. Oh, no, you need to get away. Get away. I have a sugar glider friend. Okay. Hold on, is it time to sleep? No. Okay. Look at my guy, though. He's so cute. Aww. Hi. I'm sorry. I wish I could take you. Oh, no. Come back. Come back. Why are you on your belly? Yeah, so we can actually glide with these guys, which is not the main reason I got them, but it is part of the reason I got them. But yeah, no, we can glide. So it's sort of like having Elytra, just a lot slower. We'll test it out, though. Anyways, so yeah, on to talking about the sugar glider. I wish it was not raining. But it's so cute. Dude, did you steal a potato from me? That's so rude. Okay. Wow. Yeah, look at us go. Yay. So these guys actually have a pretty good use. And gliding, but they'll do other things which we'll get into when we get back home. Which I'll have to figure out if I can teleport with these guys or if it's just... I mean, I can't really see now, which is unfortunate, but that's fine. Ah! Oh, okay, this might turn out to be a little annoying. Anyways, sugar gliders. So they're small, they're arboreal, they're marsupials, as I mentioned, and if you don't know what arboreal means, that just means they typically live in the trees. They're not very ground dwelling. The sugar gliders don't like going on the ground. And they're also nocturnal, which explains in real life they have much bigger eyes than this. And they have big eyes, which helps them see in the dark because they're nocturnal. And so I've gotten this next thing I've gotten a bit of different things on. I saw something that said, which I'm trusting this one a bit more, is it was from a scientific paper that said these guys, so they live in colonies, and they have a dominant male, and they can have up to 12 individuals. Wikipedia only said they've been known to only have 7 individuals. So, you know, and that varies, right? Is technically up to. So, oh, they actually stay on my head. That's awesome. Hey, Rainbow! But, yeah, and they're omnivorous, so they eat gum, sap, insects. In captivity, you can feed them cat food or maple syrup. From what I know, I didn't really look into the captive side of things. But yeah, no, the gum, so there's special trees called like acacia gums and stuff, and I don't really know what gum is. It's not like gum in the traditional sense as far as I know. Or I say traditional as in like the sense I know it, which is, you know, you chew on it a lot. Um, and so they can glide up to 50 meters between trees. And their gliding membranes, which maybe I can show you here, not really. Well, so like on the left and right of me, you see those sort of like thinner ones, those are actually called patagia? Patagia? I don't know, that's what they're called. And so in the wild, they're actually generally aggressive. They have long, sharp lower incisors that are adapted to pierce the bark of trees. I mean, they're tiny, so it doesn't really affect us. Oh, you actually can teleport with them. That's awesome. Oh, wait, where is Rigby? Rigby! Hey, my man! It's been a minute since I've seen you. You wanna meet your new friend? This is name. You don't have a name either. But yeah, this grizzly bear meets sugar glider. Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, they're tiny. So I mean this really isn't effective on humans. Oh, there you are, my dude. You wanna meet your new brother slash sister or whatever they are? Or are you mad? Are you jealous? It's okay. I forgive you. Come here. Follow me inside. Oh, you glide! Look at you go! Wait, what happens if I put you on wander? Here, go wander. Go wander. Yeah, so they can climb walls. Um, well, there he goes. Oh man, he's really climbing. Well, I guess we'll watch him for a minute while he does that. Um, so apparently, and I don't know how true this is, look at you gliding. Apparently, when they're angry, they'll make a noise that sounds like a chainsaw. I haven't listened to it. I meant to find a recording before I recorded this, but I didn't get a chance. But yeah, so I don't know how true that is. Are you gonna do any more wandering? Wander. Man, both the raccoon and the sugar glider really like this spot. I don't know why. Go! Go! Off you go! Explore! So, and they're territorial, and they'll cause fatal injuries to each other out in the wild, especially fighting like over mates and stuff. And what I just included this in there because I thought it was funny. So their scientific name, Ptoris breviceps, is short-headed rope dancer. You okay over here? Yeah, I don't know why the snow is still here. I'm assuming it's because of it's in the shade, which is, if that's true, that's actually pretty cool. Granted, it would have melted at some point, but oh, you gonna go harass my villagers? Thank you. That's so sweet of you. Actually, thinking about it, I should probably do some trading with you guys. Get my emeralds. Always gotta get that, be on that emerald grind. Not you, you. So, oh yeah, last time when I was trading with these guys, I accidentally bought a bunch of arrows, so now we have a bunch of arrows. Which is, super fun. Oh, I've been pressing the wrong thing this whole time. Whoopsie doopsie. Let's see, what else we got here? Yeah, so short-headed rope dancer, which, apparently is because they climb trees and whatnot. I guess I see it. I don't really know. Oh, what do you got? You have more paper? Can't you give me a mending book? I mean, not to complain or anything, but thank you. Where did Sugar Glider go? Oh, there you are. You're just climbing around. You're just having a grand old time. Yeah, and so they're native to southern Queensland and most of New South Wales, Australia. The owls are their primary predators, also kookaburras, goannas, snakes, and quolls. And what I, find very interesting, and this is sort of a callback to like one of the earlier episodes. I don't like that you're this far away. Come back. Is feral cats are also a big threat to them. So if you guys remember in the cat episode, we talked about how feral cats, so feral domesticated cats, can be a big threat to small mammal populations, which is what this guy is. I mean, he's technically not a mammal, but sort of in that sort of idea, and birds. So yeah, so no, they actually, you know, oh, you scare me. You scare me. But I'm glad you're down here and you're hanging around with everybody. So yeah, no, that's interesting. We'll eat them and catch them and hurt them and do all sorts of things. Don't go into my cave, please. It's kind of rude. But okay, I guess while this guy is here, what I want to do, I'm scared I'm going to lose him, so I just want to bring him over here. And I'm just going to have him stay. But specifically, I want to build him like a little, like, enclosure type deal. And I should have gotten birch saplings. I might have some. No, I do not. Okay. Well, we can go get some. We'll go do that. We'll run over, get some birch saplings while we continue to talk. It doesn't have to be birch saplings, but I figured since they live in the birch forest, which also doesn't make very much sense, I don't feel like. Especially since they're native to Australia, where they have like eucalyptus and like sort of like outback trees and acacia gums, so I almost feel like, I don't know, there's so many like different biomes in this mod. I feel like there could have been one to better one. Anyways, not important. But going based off, this might not be a sugar glider. It could be any type of glider, because there are different types of gliders. I think, if I remember correctly, I think there's either 9 or 11. I'm remembering. I think so. I don't know how accurate that one is. Ooh, that was close. Anyways, so during the day, as I mentioned, they were nocturnal. So during the day, They basically hollow up in, well, I guess they hole up in hollowed out trees, sleep, and, do all that fun stuff. I'm gonna replant, obviously, because replanting is very important. Let's get some more. Let's see. Plant. Plant. Nice. I do wish, like, like, the forests and the biomes were a little more populated with creatures. Obviously, this is more realistic to how it is in real life. If something, if creatures hear, if animals hear you coming, they're not exactly gonna stick around. But, oh, you know what I should have done? I should have brought shears. It's fine. Okay. Alright. That should be good. I really just need the saplings and I can grow them with bone meal. Not a big deal. Let's see, what else? So they're sexually dimorphic, and if you guys remember from some of the other episodes, I've mentioned this, namely, I mentioned, at least, I mean, I've mentioned a couple times, but the one I mainly remember is that bears are sexually dimorphic, grizzly bears. So similarly in their case, just obviously a much different scale, is that sugar gliders, the males are bigger, and this is mostly just because they're usually fighting over females. So that sort of mate competition is there, which means if they're bigger, they'll probably have a better chance of fighting and winning, and yeah. And so, as I mentioned, they have really big eyes that they can see for nighttime, and they're also like set like far apart on their head, which apparently, and I didn't know this, helps them triangulate like when they're gliding, like where to land exactly, which I found very, very interesting. Okay, we'll just put him here. Make it a little habitat for you, my guy. And what I also found very interesting is, so these guys have scent glands on the top of their head, and it's actually like a bald spot. So males and females have this, but males have a couple more in different places. I know one was on their chest. But they have like four, and the females I think only have one or two. And so this is just used for, we can put the cage away too. This is just used for like communication, like using pheromones, so marking territory, marking each other, things like that. I should put the food away. Put that away. What else we got in here? So they have an opposable toe on their hind foot, like a thumb. That's what just opposable thumb means, is it's used in that sort of sense. I wanted bone meal, right? I believe I did. It's becoming nighttime as well. So they use this just for turn night faster. It's basically nighttime, so I can't go out and do what I wanted, but I can't, hang out. But anyways, yeah, so they just use this to grip onto things. It makes sense. They're in the trees, so they need to have a good grip on the branches. And so their second, so if this is their, actually I don't know which way it goes, but either way, I think it's these two. So their second and third digit on their hind foot, if this is their opposable toe, is actually partially fused, like this, which is called syndactylism? Syndactylus, yeah. And they actually use this for like grooming. So like their partially fused toes, they'll use like a comb basically, which I think is very interesting. And their fourth digit is really long, so it'll come out to here, and they use this for like, it's sharp too, and they'll use this for like getting under the bark and trying to get insects. So these guys are actually pretty cool. And so when it's cold, and keep in mind they live in Australia, so cold for them would be very different. They go into torpor. And so torpor is different than hibernation. It's similar, but different. The main difference is that torpor is for short periods of time. So they go into torpor for 2 to 23 hours. Whereas in hibernation, you're down for months, right? Why aren't you growing? Yeah, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, what I wanted to do, I should have done this a while ago, is I'll make a compostable, compost bin, compost, I don't know, whatever it is. And we can use some of this extra stuff we have that we probably aren't going to use for much else. We're gonna need some more of this. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And then we'll just grab a bunch of random stuff. Get some fir saplings. Get some rutabaga. I don't know if I've ever had rutabaga. I don't think we need flax for anything. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem that helpful, in all honesty. Can I use rope for anything? Rope arrow. I mean, like, if we... See, this is my problem. I always like, well, what if I need it? And I'll probably never use it. Okay, well, you know, it's fine. We're growing some of this stuff. Honestly, the 2 stacks of fir slash spruce should be fine. We'll go put the Spire Farm. And yeah, so they can drop their like internal temperatures can drop 30 degrees Celsius, which is crazy. So their normal like internal temperatures is 40 degrees Celsius. That's 104 Fahrenheit, which is higher than your, like us, for example. And that only gave me 4, seriously? Okay. And yeah, so for example, 104 degree Fahrenheit would drop down to around 50, and then in Celsius it would be around 40, dropping down to around 10. That went very far. Yeah, and so it's just the result of lower ambient temperatures, rainfall. They do it mainly to conserve. Oh, that makes it go up a lot. Or is that just a chance thing? I think it's just a chance thing. Excellent. Okay, let's try this again. Can you grow, please? Okay. Why are you not... Guys! Grow, tree! Why are they not growing? You know what? I need to do some harvesting anyways. We'll harvest, and then... We also have so many potatoes. Maybe I'll just chuck all these in the compost too. We have so many potatoes. There is no shortage of potatoes. Assuming a famine doesn't happen or anything, because that would be rather unfortunate. But yeah, so they go into torpor to conserve energy, and this means that even it's mainly in wintertime. Occasionally in fall they'll do it. And remember, it's Australia, so or at least the southern hemisphere, I should say, the seasons are flip-flopped, right? So, like, for me, like, summer is, July, or June through August, right? Or September, I guess, technically. Hey, you want one of these? Here. I gave you one. Here. I don't know if you like these that much. I'm just trying to get some bone meal. Thank you, though. Yeah, sorry, I tried to give them to you. And so, like, winter for them would then be, like, I don't know, October through January or whatever. Or I think it would technically be probably, like, December through March, April, whatever. I don't know, whatever the solstices are. Not important. Oh my god, so many potatoes. Lots of bone meal, though. And hopefully make our trees grow. And so what's really interesting about these guys is they have biparental care, which means that even the males help take care of the babies. And this is really, really important because this means that one can be there to keep the joey warm. They're also called joeys, like kangaroos, the babies. And one can go out to forage, because what I found really interesting, and maybe this is a common thing around, like among marsupials that I just don't know, which I wouldn't be necessarily surprised. Can I do this? Okay, well that can just go over there. Okay. That worked. Is it just a chance thing? I don't understand. Grow. Like, there's no reason, like, this one shouldn't be growing, right? Like, I mean, it's... Oh! Well, speak of the devil. Because I was like, maybe that's too close. Oh! Okay. Excellent! Excellent! Anyways, as I was saying, so the baby joeys, they can't thermoregulate. So, until they're 3.5 months, right? Yes. Yes. So that means they need a parent there to help keep them warm, or they'll basically freeze to death, which I found very interesting. And what we're going to do with this guy is, oh no, oh no, uh, oh no, oh no, oh no, I need to get back up there. Oh no. I mean, I'm sure he's fine up there, but you know. Anyways, yeah, so someone needs to be there to help keep it warm, but if you're there with a Joey and you're like going out and venturing and foraging, you risk it, right? You risk it dying. So having two parents help take care of it is really quite the benefit. And so what these guys are most commonly known for are probably their idea as a a pet. Yeah, so what this guy is doing is he's foraging. Yep. So they'll forage in leaves, and I got this guy for a very specific reason. But let me finish talking about the aspects first. Oh, I thought you would stay up here. Oh. Well, where are you going? Come back. Dude, you can't leave. Sorry, but like no. Thank you. Okay, let's go. Quah. Yeah. So they're mostly they're pets, right? Um and so actually, where did you go? I looked away for 2 seconds. Oh, there you are. I mean, you're welcome to hang out if you wanna get me things. Yeah, so they'll get me things, but I'll get back to that in a second. Okay, you just hang out for a second. So actually in Australia, most of the places don't let you have them as pets because they're native there, right? And they're still a wild animal. That's why they're labeled as exotic, right? Yeah, you got stuck, my dude. Come on, I'm gonna help you. Don't you worry. I think it was Victoria, the Northern Territory, and was it New South? I don't, yeah, I know two of them, and then there was, no, stop. Just stay there. Okay? Just stay. Okay? I don't want you up there. Come down here. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't know why you're on your back though. I don't really know how that's interesting. Oh, I also forgot to mention. So their ears can swivel, right? They can swivel around to help them find prey, which is very interesting. They're looking at like I don't know why they look like Mickey Mouse ears, but they do look like Mickey Mouse ears. And so they can swivel around to try and find prey. Anyways, so the reason that the good thing is, sugar gliders they aren't like endangered or anything. They're of least concern, actually. Apparently they got hit pretty hard by the bushfires back in 2019. Their habitat anyways, but they seem to be doing fine. They're fairly adaptable, and they don't really need a lot of like trees and stuff. I even looked and it said like even logging, because if you're doing logging right, you leave a certain number of like freestanding trees, right? Either hollow trees or whatever, and they do fine. So they're pretty adaptable, which is good. And they yeah, so the reason a lot of Australia can have them as pets, and I have to say I do agree with this, it's a lot of the rehabilitation organizations really push back against this, so they really fought to make sure that these guys they're not as pets. I believe in one place, I think it was New South Wales, it was you can only have one as a pet, and you have to have a permit to have any more, I think. So there's some also a little bit of laws like that. And then, interestingly enough, so in the United States, there's been DNA analysis, and they actually found that most of the U.S. population of gliders are actually the Krebs glider, not the sugar glider. So that means there isn't a lot of illegal harvesting going on in these guys. And by harvesting, you can actually put it in the trees. Well, I didn't know that. So, and by legal harvesting, I just mean they're being taken as pets and whatnot. Don't do that. It's terrible. And that applies to anything. But yeah, so no, these guys are protected in Australia as like native creatures. I mean, it's the same thing with like trying to get a raccoon as a pet, right? Um, you're not supposed to if you do like if you have one, you have to be like a licensed rehabilitator. It has to be like something happened to it and you can't let it go back into the wild or something. That's what it's supposed to be. So these guys are very similar. They're wild animals. And a lot of them have been domesticated. And I believe the Krebs glider, I think, if I remember, it was in Indonesia somewhere. Um, I'm not, or like the Pacific Islands. I don't remember where, but yeah. So there hasn't been a whole lot of illegal harvesting of these. That's not to say it doesn't happen at all, but it's not as much. Here. Why aren't you doing any more foraging? That's really what I wanted. Can you do some foraging, please? You only gonna do it one time? Ooh. Oh no. Are you on my head? You are on my head. How you doing? You are really freaking cute, I do have to say. But yeah, no, actually one of the biggest threats I saw to this population is that no, come here. I I made you birch tree so you would be happy. It's like your habitat is light pollution. So because they're nocturnal, they rely on certain things like nighttime and sensory, and it turns out, oh no, oh no. Just stay there, please. Just stay there. You want go up top. Go up top. There you go. I don't know why he's on his back though. You know what? Maybe I'll just let you wander if you're not gonna do what I want. Stay. No, stay. He really wants to leave. I don't know why. Okay, come here. All right. I'm gonna try one more time. So what I want, originally, so basically, the reason I was like, ooh, I want to do an episode on this guy, is because they have a chance to give you bear fur, like in the mod, and no, come here, and I feel bad killing the grizzly bears, and not that I couldn't do it, but the bear fur gives us a chance to do something really cool with the creature later on. So I got this guy because he can forage in the leaves and give us, like an egg, he can give us bear fur, but he doesn't really seem to be doing it that much. Hmm. Alright, I mean, I guess I'll just let you wander then. You can... Let me try this tree. Maybe he'll do it on this tree. Where do you want to go? You want to go up here? I'm gonna do some foraging, maybe? I mean, it very well could be like a time thing. Like, you can only do it, like, every 5 minutes. Well, let's had 5 minutes, right? I don't know. Alright, well, you're really cute. I like you a lot. Let me... Bear fur. Yeah, so this is what I wanted. I wanted hair of burr, and you can get it by killing bears, but see, the thing is, I felt kind of bad, because I was like, I don't want to just go around aimlessly killing bears. That, like, yeah, like, I have a grizzly bear friend. It just felt wrong. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it. I will give you a hint. The bear fur is to make, I believe, the falconry glove and the falconry hat. I don't know how much we need, but it's very important. So that's a pretty big hint, in all honesty. Now this should go in here. And, I plan on doing it, but I want the bear fur, and I don't want to go around murdering bears, because that's sort of what I'm against, and not cool, so I was really hoping... I mean, I can let me look at the mod page. And, yeah, I mean, all it says is a tamed adult sugar glider standing on a leaf block will occasionally forge an attempt to tame items, although the result is not guaranteed. Yeah, so I mean, it just seems like a very, like, rare sort of thing. Yeah, I mean, it just says occasionally, so it must just be like a completely sort of random thing. But yeah, no, so that was the sugar glider. It was nothing super fancy or anything. How are you guys doing here? Good? Good, I hope. But yeah, no, so I mean that's that. But as I was saying, the light pollution can like affect like when they wake up and like sort of how they function, because they are meant to function at night. See, we do have some hair of bear, but I don't know where we got it from. I really don't know. Yeah, see, you can make the falconry glove, or was the frontiersman's? Might have been the frontiersman's hat I was thinking of. So for this, We do need, oh, a raccoon tail too. Oh, what's the difference between these? I don't know. They look the exact same to me. Anyway, so yeah, now we're gonna need a bit of that and a falconry glove. Oh, you can make a potion of strength. Cool, cool. But yeah, no, so that about sums up the sugar gliders. Um Obviously it's one of those things like I don't know how it works in the United States. I know for a lot of exotic animals you need to have special permits, and I don't know if sugar gliders fall under that. Also, when I was looking at this, I think a chinchilla might be part of this family too. Let me look that up before I actually tell you guys wrong because I didn't chinchilla um oh no, okay. No, they're crepuscular rodents. Okay, I don't know. They must have just been popping up because I was searching for sugar gliders and they're a common pet. I don't know how common they are. I mean, I see them on like videos and stuff, but I don't know what that actually means. I mean, what we see on the internet is not always true. Surprise, surprise. So, yeah. No, I mean, they're pretty cool. Um, like I'm pretty sure in the US, I would guess you would have to have some sort of permit to have them because it's not something you can go and buy at like PetSmart, right? Or Petco or whatever. Not like a chinchilla or something or a guinea pig. And I don't really know what classifies things as exotic, which I should probably look into because like, I don't know like a guinea pig, right? I've had guinea pigs, and I didn't exactly like, I unfortunately I was a child and I only had one guinea pig, and you're definitely supposed to have two. So definitely a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? I was gonna say nincompoop. I don't think that's right. I think I was more going for who's hypocrite. That's what I was going for. Like I don't know what like parakeets and stuff. Like those are like they're not from like the US or anything. I'm sure they're imported and like obviously they're probably not endangered. I don't know. I say probably just to be safe. But and like chinchillas and guinea pig stuff too. Like I don't know what the difference is like between exotic and not exotic. I don't know if it's like how big the population is because I was also looking at the sugar gliders and it was saying that they actually have a fairly small range because there's been a lot of coming out with like different like subspecies and stuff. And if that's true, they actually have a smaller range than like scientists and researchers originally thought, which makes them, even more at risk for, certain things like, like feral cats, habitat destruction, that sort of thing. But yeah, no, I hope you guys enjoyed. This was fun. I hope my guy out there, maybe I should put like a hopper and a chest like under him to see if he will like forage on his own. But I don't know, maybe we'll have to go kill some bears because I don't know if he Oh, I forgot I can ride you. Maybe did he like drop it randomly maybe? Like if we like have him tamed, we just got to keep an eye out. I'm glad he's down here and hanging out now though. But yeah, maybe our guy will just throw stuff around at some point. Can you drop some hair? Maybe he'll bring it to me. I don't know. I would let him wander, but I'm afraid he'll get lost. So we'll see. Maybe we'll change that. Hi, my guy. But yeah, no. So I think I'm gonna call it there for today. I hope you guys enjoy learning about sugar gliders. I actually had a lot of fun sort of researching this one. I didn't know anything about them aside from that they were, nighttime creatures, and because I saw a different, I believe it was I can't remember off the top of the head, but when I was on my study abroad in Australia, I saw wild gliders. It wasn't sugar gliders. I might have been the yellow bellied, but those might be endangered and hard to like rare to see. So I may be wrong. But yeah, no, there's other types of gliders, and sugar gliders are just one of them. Um, Probably I would imagine they probably don't make the best pets. But what do I know, right? They're very cute, very adorable. So I understand why people want them as pets. Same thing with raccoons and such. But yeah, no, so this is just a little adventure, hopefully to get bear fur so we can have a falconry glove and do cool things with that with another creature in the game. But yeah, that'll be all for me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.